What happened exceeded our boldest dreams. The Germans fled twice from the ghetto. It is impossible to describe the conditions under which the Jews of the ghetto are now living. Only a lucky few will survive. The rest will succumb sooner or later. My life's dream has come true. I have witnessed the glorious and heroic combat of the Jewish fighters. Mordechai Anielewicz, in his final letter to his deputy, Yitzhak Zuckerman, April 23, 1943. Mordechai Anielewicz is a symbol of courage in a period when the survival of the Jewish people was in doubt due to the atrocities perpetrated by the Germans and their allies. Anielewicz was born in 1919 in the town of Wyszków, Poland, to a family with financial hardships. He grew up in poverty-stricken neighborhoods and attended Laor Jewish High School. At the age of 16, he joined the Hashomer Hatzair youth movement, where he excelled as an organizer and youth leader. In 1939, after the occupation of Western Poland by the Germans and the occupation of Eastern Poland by the Soviets, Anielewicz reached the southern part of the Soviet-annexed territory in an attempt to cross the border into Romania and to thereby try and open a route for youths on their way to Palestine. Unfortunately for Anielewicz, he was caught at the border and interned in a Soviet prison. But after his release, and despite the danger, he traveled to Warsaw, which was occupied by the Germans, and from there to Vilna, where refugees, members of youth movements, and political parties from Warsaw were gathered. Anielewicz strove to return the core group of counselors to German-occupied territory in order to continue underground educational activities and political work. Anielewicz devoted much of his time to self-education, especially the study of Hebrew, history, sociology, and economics. In 1942, as the deportations of Jews from the ghettos to the death camps were increasing as part of the final solution, Anielewicz traveled to the city of Częstochowa in western Poland to organize the resistance movement. He returned to Warsaw after hearing of the mass deportation that had begun on July 22, 1942, in which most Jews of the ghetto were sent to the Treblinka death camp, and co-founded the Jewish Fighting Organization in the Warsaw Ghetto in October 1942. On January 18, 1943, the small uprising began, led by Anielewicz and a handful of Jewish fighters, in which they attacked a German convoy carrying Jewish deportees. Most of the Jewish fighters were killed in the battle, but Anielewicz survived by overpowering a German soldier, even taking his weapon. The deportations were halted for some 4 days, and for the next 3 months, Anielewicz focused on acquiring arms and planning the next battle. In April 1943, Passover Eve, the liquidation of the ghetto began, and the underground organizations started to resist. The uprising, which began on April 19th, lasted some 4 weeks, and is considered the widest urban civilian uprising of World War II until that time. Taking part in the uprising were underground groups such as the Jewish Military Union, which fought alongside the Jewish Fighting Organization under Mordechai Anielewicz, and the ghetto residents who holed up in bunkers and hiding places. On May 8th, the Germans captured the main bunker at 18 Miła Street. Mordechai Anielewicz was killed in this battle at the young age of 24. Under Mordechai Anielewicz's leadership, the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising became a symbol of the Jewish armed resistance in the Holocaust.